Good morning and welcome to static testing. This is a chapter in the software testing foundations, the ISTQB certification. So we'll be looking at what static testing is and how to perform it, what kind of work products can be used for static testing, so on and so forth. So let's look at the word static. Static means it's the opposite of dynamic, right? So we have either static testing or dynamic. Static means just a review. Dynamic means we actually do some testing that is more involved. Okay, so what is a review? A review process. How does that help and where does that fit in? So let's think about it. So let us say that there is a team. You have a business analyst, the testing person, then you have a developer and a project manager. Usually this will form a team that is called as a software development team. If you look at the SDLC process, so there is the planning, then there is estimation, design, and then and the development, testing. So these could just be over and over and over. This can continue. They can overlap depending on what methodology we are using, so on and so forth. So if you think about where does static testing come in, it can come in a number of places. So any time a work product is ready, that work product can be reviewed before it moves to the next phase. What do I mean by that? Let us say that there is a little component where the business analyst is writing requirements for. As soon as the BA writes the requirement for this particular component, she is going to be having a user requirement spec. This can be reviewed. So as soon as the developer completes the design document, this can be reviewed. As soon as the developer completes a code, the code can be reviewed. Whatever modules they are completing, it can be reviewed. As a QA, when you complete strategy, or when you are complete with your test cases, test plans, okay, all of these can be reviewed. So all of these are like an architecture document. So if you have like an architect, when they complete the architecture, so all these are called as reviews. Okay, a review means that we are just looking at the work product as a group, and you're going to have more than just the person that is creating it. They are going to be in the room. For example, who could be in the business analyst review? Like for user requirement specification, you could have your project team. So the business analyst, QA, developer, PM, and then if you have the business partners, they can be part of the review process, and they can say, hey, I don't see this piece of information in there. So depending on what type of product is being evaluated, you would have that kind of participants in that particular review. So if you have a user requirement, this can be presented by the business analyst, but you can have a business partner, developer, QA, architect, PM, all of them providing inputs to this person, to this business analyst, And why is that being done? It is not done to critically evaluate the skill set of the business analyst. That is not at all the intention of this process. The intention of the process is to make sure that no vital piece of information is left out. The user requirement is understandable by the developer, the quality assurance analyst, the architect. And then it is also a way to make sure the business partner, what they want and what they envision, is being delivered by this entire team. So that is the intention. The intention is to make sure any discrepancies, inconsistencies, defects are identified early on.